No, there were mornings when I would get up and I couldn't even walk. Like I would literally limp around. It was preventing me from exercising. It was preventing me from just being mobile. It was my plantar fascia.
So the two main aggravating factors were really rowing. So like you would on a rowing machine at a CrossFit workout, because she does do CrossFit, or going to the gym in general. She also had a lot of symptoms with walking. So she said walking for about 20 minutes she was able to do, but then after the 20 minutes she started to notice an increase in those heel symptoms. So going through, after doing a consult and exam with her, came up with the diagnosis that she had two simultaneous things going on with her plantar fascia. She had not only some inflammation of there in the plantar fascia, but also based on the amount of loading she had and how long she had been loading and the activity she was doing, there was also some wearing down of the plantar fascia itself.
He is incredible. One of the things that I really appreciate about working with Jeff is he's gracious, he's patient, he's very thorough. So I'm not sure if it's called a bedside manner, but he was able to explain everything to me, what was going on. He answered my questions so that I knew what to expect. He was just very engaging and was just very knowledgeable and thorough. It made me feel like I was in good hands. It made me feel like I was with someone who was going to be able to help me and knew what they were doing. I felt safe.
So why we worked on those as the two kind of main pillars is that when you don't have sufficient ankle range of motion, that can impact foot function. Because if you're limited when your ankle is trying to rock or over during normal gait, normal movements, what's going to happen is then now your foot's going to have to try to compensate to allow yourself to continue to propel yourself forward. So trying to work on improving her tissue extensibility in her calves to improve her ankle range of motion and her ankle mobility to take load off the bottom of the foot is really what the plan was, in addition to addressing the adhesion and the restrictions that had built up in her foot that were also contributing to the overload of that plantar fascia.
It was for about 12 weeks, I'd say. Yeah, at first it was twice a week, and then, you know what, it was twice a week, and now it's maintenance. It was my plantar fascia and my calf. It just felt really tight. And I think it was a result, they were related for sure. The exercises that he gave me, when I first started feeling pain, the only thing that I felt relief in was doing downward dog. And so I believe it informed him, and he started giving me calf stretches. And once I started doing calf stretches, it really relieved the pain and the tension I felt in my heel. It only took a couple of weeks for me to feel mobile again. I didn't go right away back to running or walking long distances, but I was able to get around and be barefoot or without my Birkenstocks, because they were also a lifesaver for me, and not feel as much discomfort or pain.
Really what the focus on getting started with her was load management to start, because we obviously want to address the load that she's putting on her feet, which we did, had her kind of reduce her activity, do more upper body workouts to continue to allow her to be active but not overload the tissue in her foot, particularly her plantar fascia. And then with treatment, we really started working on trying to improve her ankle range of motion by addressing adhesion and restriction in the calf tissues, as well as addressing the adhesion in the bottom of the foot.
I would recommend anyone that has been experiencing acute pain, chronic pain, someone that has been to see other doctors and has already sought other treatments and hasn't gotten any results. Anyone that feels any kind of discomfort, any kind of pain, but especially those that have gone through other avenues and haven't seen results. They are fantastic, and I mean that. The reason why I say they're fantastic is as soon as I walked in, I felt very comfortable. I felt like it was interesting because I was approached as if they've known me, and they were so genuinely happy to see me. So it was almost like, oh, look what I walked into. When the camera's coming out, I feel special, the kind of thing. And it genuinely was that way. And they offered me chocolate. I mean, who offers you chocolate? I love chocolate. So it was a win-win. And yes, I felt completely comfortable.
Through chipping away, through a number of visits, we got her to the point where at her last appointment, she was saying that she was 80% improved overall. Her symptoms were markedly reduced. She's been able to get back into working out and doing CrossFit workouts and not really experiencing any limitations there. Walking has definitely improved. And we're continuing to just load manage her and manage expectations as well, knowing that when we get to this level of symptoms and this level of overload, that it can take that plantar fascia time to heal. So she's had really great success here, and I know she's going to continue to heal and get better and better as the tissue has had more time to heal.
Yes, I think one of the things that I found most impressive, aside from the authentic staff and their compassion and how welcoming they are and how genuinely happy they are to see you and bring you in, it was almost like I was walking into someone's home, not a clinic. Aside from that, which is really spectacular, I really, really appreciated Jeff and also and the clinical assistants. They made me feel very comfortable. They answered all of my questions. They were very patient with me because I did ask a lot of questions. And I was really concerned in my eagerness to know, when can I get back to this and when can I get back to that? Because I can't be immobile. It was challenging for me to just take it easy. But they really held my hand through it and were honest with me instead of giving me information that was dishonest to get my hopes up. So it was very practical, the information they gave me, and they worked with me. They didn't say, no, you can't do this. So, okay, try this, but take it easy when you try it and see how that feels, and then come back and let us know. I appreciated how thorough Jeff was in his explanations. I appreciated that he didn't take it easy on me when he did his treatments, because honestly, as much as I wanted to tell him to stop, had I told him to stop, because sometimes it felt super uncomfortable, I don't think I would have gotten the immediate results that I got. So it was incredible. I highly recommend it. I'd say I was at a 3. It was really painful. Yeah. And today I would be at, I'd say 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome.